deep underground in an undisclosed location. This is Tread Comics presents the 1941 movie serial, The Adventures of Captain Marvel. Adventures of Captain Marvel is a 1941 American 12-chapter black-and-white movie serial from Republic Pictures, produced by Hiram S. Brown Jr., directed by John English and William Witney, that stars Tom Tyler in the title role of Captain Marvel and Frank Coghlan Jr. as his alter ego, Billy Batson. The serial was adapted from the popular Captain Marvel comic book character then appearing in Fawcett Comics publications Whiz Comics and Captain Marvel Adventures. Adventures of Captain Marvel was the 21st of 66 film serials produced by Republic and their first comic book character adaptation, not counting comic strips. The serial featured the Fawcett Comics superhero, placed within an original screen story. Captain Marvel fights a masked criminal mastermind called the Scorpion, who is determined to gain control of an ancient weapon. It is made in the form of a large metallic scorpion with adjustable legs, tail, and removable lenses that must be properly aligned in order to activate its powerful ray. During an archaeological expedition to Siam's volcanic Valley of the Tombs to find the lost secret of the Scorpion Kingdom, a device of great power, the Golden Scorpion, is discovered hidden inside a sealed crypt. While examining it, the device's quartz lenses are aligned and powerful energy beam erupts, causing an explosion, resealing the crypt. This allows young radio broadcaster and expedition member Billy Batson, who obeyed the warning on the crypt's seal not to enter, to be chosen by the ancient wizard Shazam. The wizard grants Billy the powers of Captain Marvel whenever he repeats the wizard's name. Captain Marvel's powers can be used only to protect those in danger from the curse of the Golden Scorpion. The crypt's entrance is quickly cleared. Then Captain Marvel enters Shazam, and quickly resumes his Billy Batson alter ego. The Golden Scorpion's power lenses are divided among the scientists of the Malcolm Archaeological Expedition so that its power can only be used by agreement of the entire group, who then return to the U.S. after their discovery. An all-black garbed and hooded criminal mastermind, calling himself the Scorpion, steals the ancient device after their return and sets about acquiring the distributed lenses. Several expedition members are killed in the Scorpion's quest, despite Captain Marvel's continual efforts to thwart his plan. Deducing that the Scorpion always seems to know what happens during the scientists' meetings, Billy later confides to his friends, Betty Wallace and Whitey Murphy, his suspicion that the Scorpion may be one of the Malcolm archaeological team. Discovering that one of the Golden Scorpion's power lenses was purposely left behind, cleverly hidden in the very crypt where it was first discovered, Billy Batson and the surviving scientists agree it must be retrieved. They return by cargo ship to Siam where, near landfall, they barely survive a typhoon before finally being rescued by Captain Marvel. They eventually retrieve the hidden lens, but it is stolen by the Scorpion. By accident, from a distance, the Scorpion observes Captain Marvel transforming back into Billy Batson. Capturing Billy and gagging him, the Scorpion interrogates him about his secret. Billy's tape gag is removed when he agrees to talk. Shazam is his only response, and he transforms in a flash of light and smoke into Captain Marvel. The Scorpion's identity is then revealed to be one of the last surviving scientists, who is killed by a Siamese native who turns the idol's ray on him, vaporizing him. Captain Marvel tosses the Golden Scorpion and its power lenses into a volcano's molten lava to prevent them from ever being used for evil. Upon its destruction, Captain Marvel is instantly transformed back into Billy Batson forever, the danger from the device's curse having now been eliminated. Adventures of Captain Marvel was budgeted at $135,553, although the final negative cost was $145,588, a $10,035, or 7.4%, overspend. It was filmed between December 23, 1940, and January 30, 1941, under the working title Captain Marvel. The serial's production number was 1098. The serial was the outgrowth of Republic's lengthy failed attempt at licensing national periodical publications, DC Comics Today, Superman character. Paramount Pictures successfully tied up all the characters' theatrical exhibition rights for its series of color Superman animated cartoons, produced for them by Fleischer Studios. The license that National Comics had provided to Paramount was exclusive and prevented other film companies from using the Superman character, even in a non-animated production. Undaunted, Republic's completed script was reworked with various changes. It now had an original masked hero, the Copperhead, standing in for Superman, subsequently becoming the mysterious Dr. Satan serial. The studio then approached Fawcett Comics about filming their most popular superhero, and they agreed. Director William Witney, however, was skeptical about trying to adapt Captain Marvel after the problems encountered with Superman. In spite of this, Adventures of Captain Marvel became the first superhero film adaptation of a comic book character. National attempted legal action to prevent Republic from developing their arch-rival's most successful character, citing Republic's failure at adapting a Superman serial. Their attempt was unsuccessful, however, and Captain Marvel went into production. Writing in his autobiography of the period, William Witney revealed that in his court deposition he had claimed that both Superman and Captain Marvel were derivatives of Popeye. About a decade later, following an ongoing legal battle with National and a declining comics market, Fawcett ceased publication of all its comic book titles. In the 1970s, the dormant Captain Marvel family of characters was licensed and revived by DC Comics, which they ultimately wound up purchasing, adding a final chapter to the Fawcett DC saga. The opening military scenes in the serial were reused footage lifted from Republic's 1938 film Storm over Bengal. Republic cast Frank Coghlan as Billy Batson due to his physical resemblance to the character. There was, however, some criticism that Tom Tyler did not sufficiently resemble the beefy, baby-faced Captain Marvel. 8. At the time, Tyler was a weightlifting champion and the serial costume matched Captain Marvel's original comic book appearance, right down to his being slender. By the time of the serial's release, the appearance of Captain Marvel had changed due to Fawcett Comics artist C.C. Beck changing the way he drew the character. Tyler was described as clumsy, knocking over props with his lanky arms. Punches and fight scenes would sometimes connect. Due to his convincing performance in King of the Royal Mounted, actor Robert Strange, as John Malcolm, was the obvious choice to be the identity of the Scorpion, but by the end of the serial he was just a diversion and not actually the villain. Republic's flying effects, under the direction of Howard and Theodore Lydecker, were performed using a dummy that was slightly larger than life, at 7 feet tall, and made of paper mats so that it weighed only 15 pounds. The uniform was made of thin silk and cotton jersey. 4 pulleys were connected to each shoulder and leg calf, which were then strung on 2 wires so the dummy moved along them by its own weight. The wires were attached to 2 opposite objects running across the camera's field of view, and the dummy then slid from one to the other, giving the illusion of flight. This system was originally intended for use in their Superman serial. A prototype dummy was even built but later discarded. The flying pose used for the dummy, arms outstretched and back arched, was based upon a Captain Marvel drawing by comics artist Mac Raboy. If the dummy needed to be seen flying upwards, the cape was convincingly weighted and the dummy was then slid backwards. The film sequence was then optically printed in reverse, completing the flying illusion. Stuntman David Sharp was the human part of the effect. Dressed as Captain Marvel, he would leap from a high point with his body straight, as if able to fly, then roll to land at the last second. The combination of flying effects and stunts produced the overall illusion of a flying person. Sharp also performed other stunts as Captain Marvel, such as backflipping and knocking down attacking Siamese tribesmen in the first chapter. Some shots of Captain Marvel flying were filmed with Tom Tyler posed against rare projected clouds. Some of these scenes, however, show the suspension wires used to hold him up. According to author Raymond William Stedman, the flight scenes are the most successful illusion of such aerobatics ever put upon the screen, in serial or feature. The technique had been developed in the earlier serial Darkest Africa, 1936. And was later used again in the Rocket Man serials, King of the Rocket Men, Radar Man from the Moon, Zombies of the Stratosphere, and Commando Cody, Sky Marshal of the Universe, released during 1949 to 1953. By contrast, the lower-budget Columbia Pictures Superman serials, which eventually appeared in the late 1940s, used unconvincing animated cartoon sequences to represent various actions, most frequently Superman's flights. The animated scenes of Superman in flight were vastly inferior to those of Republic's live-action sequences in Captain Marvel. Columbia produced the cheapest serials of the era, and producer Sam Katzman was notorious for cutting costs to the bone. One of Captain Marvel's tunics later appeared as the costume of a member of the Kryptonian Science Council in the first episode of the Adventures of Superman television series, filmed in 1951. The lightning bolt on the tunic is partially concealed by means of an oversized collar around the actor's neck. After the usage in the Superman TV series, two Captain Marvel tunics were worn by actors in early episodes of the pioneering U.S. science fiction TV series Space Patrol. Very early into the series, those Marvel tunics were replaced by custom-made shirts. At the Science Fiction Museum and Hall of Fame in Seattle, Washington, one of the remaining Captain Marvel tunics is on public display. Adventures of Captain Marvel's official release date was March 28, 1941, although this is actually the date the sixth chapter was made available to film exchanges. The serial was re-released on April 15, 1953, under the title Return of Captain Marvel, between the first runs of Jungle Drums of Africa and Canadian Mounties vs. Atomic Invaders. Due to the superhero nostalgia craze in the U.S. during the spring of 1966, resulting from the hit Batman television series, the serial was quickly re-released again, this time as a complete, nearly 4-hour-long feature film. All 12 chapters were just strung together, each opening with the prior chapter's ending scenes and a plot synopsis. Audiences were forced to sit through a summation of what they had just watched in the previous chapter. And now, Dread Comics is proud to present the 1941 movie serial, The Adventures of Captain Marvel. Now our feature presentation, The Adventures of Captain Marvel, Chapter 4, Death Takes the Wheel.
This is 4BL calling 2RM, calling 2RM. Please come in, Billy Batson. Why doesn't that guy answer? Please come in, Billy Batson. Please come in. This is 4BL calling 2RM. Please come in, Billy Batson. There's a bomb wired to explode in your plane at 1 minute past 8. Bail out! Shazam!
Well, there's Carlisle's lens.
Good. You had no difficulty getting it, eh?
No, everything worked out just as you had planned.
I need 3 more lenses to complete the solar atom smasher. When that is accomplished, I'll be able to create unlimited wealth and have a weapon which will make me invulnerable.
Getting the remaining lenses should be easy now that Billy Batson's out of the way.
But Batson isn't dead.
But he was in that plane. How could he have escaped?
I don't know. But I overheard Betty talk to him this morning. He said he was rescued by Captain Marvel. We must attend to him at once. And this time, not even Captain Marvel can save him.
I don't know how.
I can arrange it. There is to be a meeting at Malcolm's house today, and Batson will be there. Since I have the confidence of the others, it'll be simple for me to have Batson sent to any place that we may...
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello, Billy.
Hello, Betty.
I thought you were going to prevent the Scorpion from getting Carlisle's lens.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Fisher. I tried to.
Billy did all he could, Mr. Fisher, and you might remember that his efforts are also for your benefit.
My benefit?
Please, let's not lose our tempers.
Yes, gentlemen, we mustn't get rattled. Howell and Carlyle are both dead. And each of us can look forward to the same violent end as long as the Scorpion remains unknown and at large.
You're quite right. But the problem still remains. What are we going to do?
Destroy the remaining lenses.
And deprive the world of the most revolutionary device in history? I can never agree to that.
I'm sorry to be so late, but I believe I've made an important discovery.
The sign of the Scorpion.
Where did you get it?
At Carlyle's. I was going through his study in the hope of finding a clue and found this on the floor.
What do you make of it, Lang?
I know only one man in this country who might have such a collection. He's Chan Lao, the Oriental curio dealer.
If Chan Lao has such a collection, the Scorpion must have got this from him.
But suppose this Chan Lao is working for the Scorpion. In that case, if one of us goes to a shop to investigate, we'll only put him on his guard.
Billy could go. No one would suspect him.
Well, that's fine with me. I'll go right now.
I wanted to go downtown, Mr. Malcolm, if you don't need me anymore.
Oh, certainly, Betty. Run along.
Where are you headed for, Betty?
I got the license number of that truck the Scorpion's men were in yesterday. And I want to go down to the motor vehicle department to find out who the owner is.
Good. You get all the dope you can on it, and we'll talk it over when I get back from Chan's. That was close. I wonder if that was deliberate. Wait here.
I'm beginning to wonder about him.
Me too. But we'll have to wait till we get to the bottom of these clues.
Chan Lao?
Yes.
You startled me.
1,000 pardons. What can I do for you?
Do you recognize this?
Why, certainly. Where did you get it?
I found it. Who'd you sell it to?
Sell it? Never. My collection is intact. This must be an imitation.
Are you sure?
Well, to end all doubts, suppose we go down to the vault, check through the collection.
All right.
Tie him up and gag him. Lock him in a vault. I'll phone Barnett.
Keep it securely guarded.
Mr. Carter,
Yes? What is it?
I understand that you rented a truck recently. License number 6W721.
Yes?
Can you tell me who rented it?
That's what I'd like to know. The truck hasn't come back yet. And the driver gave me a phony name.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much.
Hey, Carter. Come on upstairs.
How'd you make out, Cowan?
Swell. They got that Batson kid for sure this time. He's locked up in Chan Lao's vault.
What are they going to do with him?
Barnett's going down there to take care of him. I'll see if he's there now. Someone's on the extension. Get that car moving. Come on out, sister. You're not leaving just yet.
her upstairs. I'll get hold of the Scorpion and see what he wants to do with her.
Hello, Chan. Where's Batson?
Step in the vault. Hello? Yes. He just came in. What about it?
Yes?
Shazam!
No, you better take care of her there. Yeah, make it look like an accident. My men just captured the Wallace girl. Looks like a lucky day for the Scorpion.
The day isn't over yet. Where's Miss Wallace? Where's Miss Wallace? Talk fast, or I'll...
All right, I'll tell you. She's at the M Street garage, near 4th Avenue.
Keep an eye on her.
Well, what do we do with her?
Barnett says we gotta get rid of her and make it look like an accident.
Well, I've got some paint remover. I give her a whiff of that, load her in the car, and turn her loose down the ramp.
That'll do it.